You take out $2,000 for every 100,000 you have. That's going to be guaranteed income for you. And you do not have to worry about your principal being depleted, regardless if the market drops. If you're using the safeguard strategy, it will come back. Let's talk about why the safeguard strategy is an excellent choice, if not the best choice, for men and women over 60 years old. And so it's 4 points I want to talk about. I want to talk about the safeguard. It's great for everyone, not just someone over 60, someone over 50. It's great for everyone because, in my opinion, it's the safest strategy out there. It's better than buy and hold, and most people would consider buying at least an index like the S&P 500 as safe over time. As I was articulating this morning, and that over a 20-year period, the S&P 500 has always been up. And over a 1 year period, it's like 68% at a time, or one standard deviation of the time. So being a buy and hold type of investor, you're going to end up being up if you're doing the S&P 500, but you're going to be average. And once again, you guys, everyone on this call, everyone that's trying to learn how to trade, is not trying to learn how to trade to be average, because you can just put your money in an ETF or a mutual fund to be average. The safeguard strategy can be awesome for every age group, but I want to single out 60 plus at this time because a member asked that question to me today, and I thought this is a great kind of topic because sometime as you get older, you start to slow down some. Maybe not at 60, but I'm using 60 as the starting point. And maybe you're not as sharp. Maybe you're not firing on all cylinders anymore. But it doesn't mean you have to retire and you can't trade these markets anymore. So some of you have heard me say that I want to trade these markets into at least 100 years old, if not older, if God's willing. I do understand I'm not silly unless some medical changes happen, that I'm not going to be as quick as I am today. But that's fine. I still want to be a part of these markets. I still want to be trading because I absolutely love it. And if I stop doing it, it's probably going to be the death to me. What I mean is that if I'm in my 80s and I decide that I'm going to stop trading, what the blank else I'm going to do, right? I can't even think of what I'm going to do now if I stop trading.
No, I
That's
think
a
the fact that you're saying that you'd be slow, this is about mental dexterity and not physical dexterity. So I
yeah.
think
So
it, and it's something that you're doing while you're sitting at your desk. It's only going to get better. This particular trade.
try not to interrupt until I ask the question again. Not I'm just not being rude, Swati. I want you to interrupt, but I want to finish something because we're a little on time. Let me respond to your question. For me, I think people slow down regardless if it's physically or mentally. You slow down as you age. And I'm saying I will be slower, perhaps, I don't know, when I'm in my 80s than I am now mentally. So, for example, Warren Buffett has mentioned that he has seen some slowdown mentally. It's not to the point that he still can't, dissect companies and things like that, but it's a lot slower. And so that's why he's giving up the CEO role. He's still going to be around, still going to be going to the office and things like that, because for 100% certain that if he stops, he's probably going to die because this has been his life, these markets. You do slow down mentally, even though you don't have dementia or Alzheimer's. You slow down mentally. For me, if I'm going to slow down, the safeguard strategy is still the ideal strategy in that scenario because this is my point number two. You don't have to make quick decisions. It's not like a 0 DT trade or a 1 DT trade or a 7 DT trade. You do not have to make quick decisions. So it's not imperative that you are firing on all cylinders. My third reason is that it can be a great source of income, a phenomenal source of income. Just to kind of give you of what we're going to talk about, one of the topics I'm going to talk about at the retreat is having a guaranteed source of income through the safeguard strategy based on 2% a month. So yeah, you can get to that 5% that we talked about, but 2% is realistic, and definitely you can do it with the safeguard strategy. Have $100,000 account. You sell $2,000 worth of premium for that month. Regardless of what happens, you take out $2,000 for your income. If you have a $200,000 account, regardless of what happens, if you sold $4,000 worth of premium, you take that out. You take out $2,000 for every 100,000 you have. That's going to be guaranteed income for you. And you do not have to worry about your principal being depleted, regardless if the market drops. If you're using the safeguard strategy, it will come back. Just want to take a quick second and say if you're interested in learning more, please consider joining our trading club. You can do so for a 90-day trial period for a flat $60. Check out the description below. Now back to the video. I don't want to go in great detail on that, but one of the reasons why it's awesome for someone that's 60 plus years old, because that third reason is a great source of income. I've been teaching that to one of our members recently, and he's going to come back and he's going to be able to kind of testify that this has been the case for him, because this member needs this type of income. He has a big size account. He should not have to worry about income going forward if he follows what I'm saying. All right. So number 4, and this is kind of tied to what I just said for number 3 a little bit. You don't have to realize losses. Just like with buy and hold, you do not have to realize losses as long as you do not ring that register. As long as you don't close that trade out and panic, you do not have to realize losses. If you're doing it in the S&P 500, it's going to come back. I can't stress that more. And if it doesn't, this world has changed and trading is probably not a good profession anymore. Being a little facetious there, but that's how strongly I believe in these markets growing. That's how strongly I believe in the United States economy growing. We're going to innovate. That's just been in our blood since the start of this country. The safeguard strategy, with the 4 strategies that make up the safeguard: the selling of the cash secured put, the selling of the covered call, the selling of the collar, the selling of the bonnet bull, and all the little deviations from those 4 different strategies that make up those 4, is something you can do at a high level for a long period of time. Encourage you to study the safeguard strategy. Get the book that we've came out with. It'll prompt you or motivate you to want to learn more. Jump into the video library. All members of the Dorian Trader get the video library as your membership benefit. Inside that video library is a topic called safeguard strategy. Go review those 5 different videos. Write down your questions if you have to. Come to these live calls and present your questions so that you can learn everything you can possibly learn about the process, so you can make money month over month over month that you can count on. I'm not saying you're not going to be down. I'm saying you're not going to have to realize losses, and you can guarantee yourself a certain amount of income every single month.